just got something in the mail. There you go. It's a collapsible pocket drone. It's basically a clone of a DJI Mavic. So this one says JYO19, but the one I actually bought was an E58 or something. So I guess they're all the same thing, just repackaged. Nice box, decent box. If you put good quality in your packaging, it's usually a pretty good product. So, yeah, it looks pretty nice. There's the manual. It's a little tiny drone. If you pay close attention to the camera on it, doesn't have a motor on it, so I guess you can't control it from the controller. So you got to point it where you want it to go before you fly it. But if you got to pay real close attention to the dimensions and the descriptions and stuff when you buy them, because this thing is tiny. I mean, I was expecting it to be this small, but I mean, it cost around $70. So, and it's a clone of a DJI, so I'm hoping since it was about a tenth of the price, it's got at least a tenth of the quality. So, the propellers are kind of weird. They don't fix into place, but I guess once they start spinning, they kind of lock into place. But it looks good. It's really lightweight. See if it powers on. Nope. Where's the SD card slot? No SD card that I can see. Maybe there's one in here. It's kind of lame that it didn't come with an SD card. These must be for the props. Yeah, no SD card. The controller here. Off on. Okay. Controller's kind of lame, but from what I understand, you don't actually need the controller. You can fly it with your phone. Need a screwdriver to open it. Oh, you know what? What's this? There we go. That's how you hold your phone. Yeah, it says Emotion Drone. That's what I searched for. That's where the phone goes. So I don't know what this thing is. There's nothing electrical going to it, so that's not an antenna. I don't know what these things. I guess these things are just for looks. It's kind of lame. But that will hold my phone. Okay, that's a better idea. That will hold my phone. I don't know what these things are though. And then it's got 2 trigger buttons on each side. Left and right. I'm assuming these are the trim buttons, up and down on both sides. I don't know where I guess it's self-stabilizing because it doesn't have a throttle control like the other ones I've done. By the way, if you saw the last drone video I did, that white one I had, I didn't fly it a whole lot in the review video, but I did recently. I gave it to one of my nephews recently, and it actually flies pretty well. So if you go back and look for that one, I'll probably post a link on at the end of this or something to it. But that was actually a pretty decently flying drone. The camera was garbage and everything, but the drone actually flew pretty well. This is pretty cool. The battery pack is built into a tray that slides in and out. That's pretty cool. Let's see where the charger is. Doesn't actually have a charger meant for this. It's only got a couple of half props. It's got 4 backup props, but it's only a half a prop. It's not a full one. So that's kind of weird. It's really only 2 backup props. But one of the good things about this drone is after I bought it, I was looking around online, and you can get all these replacement parts and everything pretty easily. So, let's see, is there a place to plug in the... How do you charge the battery? Battery goes in here. It doesn't have a charger. There it is. Okay. I was looking for something to charge it right there, but no, it's got a USB port on the side of the battery. Right there. It's got a USB port on the side right there. So that is how you charge it. So that's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and get this charged up. And yeah, I'll get it charged up and we'll try to fly it. And I'll see about finding the app for it too and get that downloaded. I was hoping there'd be like a QR scanner or something down. Oh yeah, there we go. It does have the QR scanners right there. And the QR codes for domestic use and for foreign use. But since this is from China, am I going to use the domestic one or the foreign one? I don't know. But anyway, you can control it on your phone. It's supposed to have a live feed to your phone, from what I understand. But let me dig out an SD card and get this charged up and we'll try it out. So real quick, I just plugged in the battery in the other room. And it's basically the tray that the battery sits in is the charger for it. So it's got the indication light and everything built into the battery itself. So it's like a built-in charger. And you can buy replacement batteries and multiple backup batteries too. So that's the cool thing about this drone. Alright, got that on. Let's see, get my phone out. Okay, its camera's working on it. Whoa, well that was nice. Might have to take the case off my phone to get it to fit in here. Yeah, okay, this is not holding my phone at all. Okay. Okay. A couple of cool things. I got the camera controls on the phone. It's also got a VR mode, which it doesn't want to do right now. Let's see. Okay. I had that working a little while ago. What's going on here? Let's try it on the sidewalk. Don't want to fly into the tree though. Oh, there we go. Nope, nope, come back. It's flying forward. I don't like that. It does kind of self-stabilize, but it wants to fly forward. I don't know if that's the wind. It is putting out a lot of force on the ground. I don't want it to fly forward. Whoa, now it's coming back for me. There we go. It's pretty stable right there. Okay, it's kind of moving a little bit on its own there, but it's pretty stable. The camera, for whatever reason, the phone's not connected to it for some reason. But it does fly pretty easily. Spins around. So it's really stable. This is a pretty impressive little drone, considering the it kind of just wants to fly to that direction. That's the wind blowing it. That's what it wants to do. Okay, so let's try the land button. And it lands itself. That's pretty cool. Takes off on its own. And it lands itself. I don't know what's going on with that. I think my batteries are low, but this thing's pretty cool. I can't get the phone app to work on it right now, but actually I think I just, oh, the wind's blowing it, that's what's going on. The wind is a problem with it, but something's beeping here for some reason. The wind keeps changing directions on me, so it keeps... Okay, I'm gonna just turn that off. Alright, so I think I finally got it connected here. It's got a VR mode, which is pretty cool. I do have a VR headset I could put it into. Doesn't want to fly with the controllers. I'm not sure how to get it to do that. I don't know what that does. Oh, there we go. Oh, oops. Ah, full of water. Oops. But anyway, I actually had it flying there for a second. I hope that water didn't ruin it. Okay, it just started up. Try to fly it on my phone. Let's go ahead and start the camera. Oh, it just turned off, never mind. Take a picture. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Although it's not quite as easy to control. Trying to get it to come back over here. Nope, that's the wrong way. Whew. Okay, stop. Alright, well, I think that might have been a good test on the camera anyway. It's definitely easier to control with the controller. Ugh. And go see what the... go put it in some rice to dry it out and put it in the... put the SD card in the computer and see what happened. Alright, I swapped out the SD cards and this one actually worked. But there's this weird bug where, you know, there's no sound on it, which is pretty cool because all the other ones, all you hear is the propellers. So I'd rather have no sound than that. This one plays for about that long and then just shuts down. There's some kind of a error, like it's a corrupted file. But I was actually able to transfer. The drone has a Wi-Fi signal on it that connects to your phone. So I was actually able to download it to my phone from the drone. So I've got that full video. It's about a minute long. But this one, for whatever reason, it's only... It says it's 50 seconds here, but it plays for like 10 or 15 seconds and then stops. It's corrupted. But on my phone, I've got the full version. So, I mean, the video quality is kind of... It's nothing to be desired. I mean, it's just... It's horrible. It's 720p supposedly, but it's not even that good. I mean, I have my GoPro set to 720, and it still looks way better than that. This is like... That's the problem with all these cheap drones, is the cameras on them are really low quality. So this one, I mean, it works, and I think once you get up high enough, you don't even really notice the definition issues. But I'll show the two videos side by side right here. Here's this one that plays for like 10 seconds and then stops. And yeah, it just does that. And then, see, I'll just go ahead and play the full length video right here. Let's see. Drone. There we go. Photos. It has that same photo on there. It just took a photo of the marble slab that I had it sitting on out there, which it actually picks up the reflections and the shadows and stuff on it in pretty nice detail. You can see there. I'll show the yeah. And let's see. Here's the video. Let's see what it looks like. It actually looks a little bit better downloaded from my phone on there. And it does play the full... No, that plays for about 10 seconds and stops too. That is weird. It plays the full video on my phone, but on the computer it only plays for 10 seconds and stops. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe if once I transfer them to my computer here, let me go ahead and do that. Maybe once I transfer it, it's only 27 megabytes. That is not a very big file. Let's see if that plays the full minute. It's got this weird bug. On my phone, I can watch the full minute-long video, but on my computer, I can't. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe once I get it into the editing program, it'll correct. Now this is the one taken from my phone. It's the exact same size. It's probably going to have the exact same error. But for whatever reason, on my phone, I can watch the full video, but on the computer, it only goes for 10 seconds and then stops. Let's see. I don't know what that's about. Alright though, so there you go. I'm going to go and test it out a little bit more. I've got the batteries charging back up. I didn't charge them very long, so they died on me. But it flies really well. I'm impressed with that. It does fly very well. So if you just want to fly a drone, it's great. It's perfect. It's real lightweight, so the wind blows it around a lot. But it stabilizes itself. It takes off on its own. It lands on its own. Big issues that I have is just like every other cheap drone out there, when you use the factory controller with it, there's no way to differentiate the camera button. Like I clicked the camera button on the controller and it didn't do anything. Nothing happened. It didn't record anything. It didn't take any pictures. So that was garbage. And even at that, it's the same button to do both photo and video. That's annoying. Like how do you know if you're doing video or photo? That's with every cheap drone. But this one does let you access everything through your phone, and it does actually have separate buttons on your phone through the app that controls one for the photos, one for the camera, or one for video. And that's pretty cool. You can download the videos straight from the SD card to your phone through the drone itself wirelessly. I transferred everything here. There's some kind of weird glitch. I don't know what's going on, but it only played the video for like 10 seconds. So I'm going to test that out some more and see if maybe it was just the file that got corrupted. Because there's, like, when you stop recording, it says cancel plan or something. So it might not be saving the video properly. But I'm going to give it a couple more test shots, and I'll run all that after this part. But overall, it's probably the best drone I've bought so far. I know with all the money I've spent on these cheap drones, I probably could have just put all that together and bought a nice DJI or something. But there's a difference between buying a cheap drone and being able to save up to get an expensive one. I don't have all that much money at once, so I can afford the cheap stuff. I just can't afford the expensive one. And but yeah, this drone, it flies well. The video, the quality of the camera is complete garbage. But I might use it for. We'll see if it looks good when I take it out to the river or the lakes or something. If I ever get it back, if I don't lose it out there. One issue is a lot of drones, like the expensive ones, the DJI, when you hit the land button, it comes back to the spot where it took off. This one, when you hit the land button, it drops straight down. So if you're above water and you hit the land button by mistake, you need to quickly correct that and get it back up because it's going to land in the water. But yeah, it does take off on its own. It stabilizes itself. It lands itself, and that's something I have not been able to do with any other drones, is land. It's usually just a crash and a couple bounces. So this is as far as the flying goes, this is the best drone I've had. I'm impressed with the way it flies. It's easy to fly, but the camera is garbage. Well, another thing is all the other drones I've done, the cameras have audio for some reason, which is pointless because all you can hear is the blade spinning, and it's loud and obnoxious. This one does not have audio, so it's easy to just put some music over it or something. Hopefully I'll be able to get enough footage to do that right now. Well, right here you can see it's the same footage I was showing earlier that ran for 10 seconds and then stopped. But my theory was actually correct, that when I put it into the editor, it actually plays all the way through. But there's some kind of issues with the rendering here. There's like weird light splotches popping up, like right here in the top corner, that in the yard there, that is weird. There's some pixelation around the edges, but it does work. Once I get the video itself into the editor here, it loads. But I wasn't able to get the full thing to play. But I'm gonna head back out right now and try to get some more footage. One last thing after the footage you just saw there. It is easier to fly with the factory controller, but you can't control a camera with that apparently. And but the phone does that. Unfortunately, you can't use your phone and the controller at the same time. It's one or the other. You can't do both. So that really actually completely negates the whole purpose of the phone rack on the bottom of the controller. So like, why would you put your phone there if you can't connect your phone and the controller at the same time? Why do you need that? But you can either fly it with your phone or fly it with the controller. Both ways are pretty easy, but it is easier to fly with the controller than with your phone. But if you're doing it for photography reasons, which if you're doing that, you're an idiot. It's a low quality camera. But if you're doing it for photography reasons, you can use your phone and control the camera better. You can't control the angle or anything. You can set the angle before you take off, but you can't control it once it's in the air. But you can control photo and video. It's very clear and easy to figure out. But flying with the controller, which is a lot more fun and a lot more stable, or easier to control anyway, you can't really control a camera. So, yeah, so I mean, if you want something to practice with before getting a Mavic, then this might, I don't know how, I've never actually flown a Mavic, but I don't know how they compare, but this was really easy to fly, and it might prepare you for something like that. So thanks for watching. It's probably too dark for you to see me, but yeah, do not fly these at night. I just had to walk and knock on a stranger's door because the wind carried it to somebody's backyard, and luckily they were very nice. But that's not something I ever want to do again. So fly these at a park during the day.